Welcome back to Everything Whisky. I'm Callum.
I'm Sam.
Today we're going to look at the Bunnahabhain 12.
Alrighty, so the Bunnahabhain 12, this is an Islay whiskey, but not like other Islas. So it's, I think it was founded in 1981, 1881.
1981. 4 years ago.
Wait a second. Basically, it's like on the northeast side, Scotland facing the rest of Scotland, like towards like Jura and stuff like that. But basically, they've gone for like the gentle Islay version. So it's not like insane peat and stuff like that. It's still like the Islay notes, but eased off with the peat and a lot of the heat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A bit more balanced with more fruits, more citrusy notes, a bit sweeter, but not like things like what'd you say, like a Kulila?
Yeah.
Kulila is still like got the peat, but it's also a little bit more simplistic. I reckon like the Bunnahabhain is like, it's eased off with some of the heavy harsh notes, but it's like got a ton more like midsection to it than it.
Yeah.
Because of that probably. Yeah, we'll get into the notes.
On the nose, there's, like you were saying, there's those, you can tell it's Islay, but it's very watered down in a sense.
I don't know if I'd say watered down, it's just like they've cut like...
Yeah, they've like cut it off at the knees somehow.
I don't know, I feel like I feel like it's still got the deep rich notes. I feel like they've just chopped the head off it. It's still like got a lot of body, it's just not like none of that like
the brininess.
I feel like there's a bit of salt, like I'm getting salted caramel.
Yeah, for sure.
And earthiness and a lot of wood. It's 46.3%. It's gonna have a decent like kind of. It's high enough that it's gonna give you a bit better of a kind of like more intense, full flavored experience without burning or kicking.
I remember the first time we bought this, you were like, it's basically an unpeated Islay.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I think it is
the first time.
peated.
I was like, well, you can get that.
Yeah. I get a lot more malt this time. Though.
Yeah. For me now, it's just malt. It's like a space side with Islay impacts instead of like an Islay.
Whiskey of the day, like,
there's more Islay on the palate though.
Yeah,
it's actually quite like intense.
Like it's got some kick to it, yeah.
But I wouldn't say briny, even though we're saying that.
I get more like
briny.
salty. I don't know if I get like any fishy brine, but I do get like a little bit of that salt water, like clean salt water. And a bunch of earthiness, a bunch of wet hay,
nuts,
wet like wood, wet cedar or something. And the
pretty specific.
Oh, I'm getting like that weird kind of like, I don't know. And citrus for me. I'm getting like lemon oil.
Orange
like,
peel. Orange zest.
Yeah. The nose is way more funky now going back. It's way more malt funk.
Yeah. I remember the first time trying this, I was still they were still really Islay-y.
Yeah.
Is that a word? For me, it was still like had those core notes of like, not so much brine, but like, as you said, like the saltiness. Now it's malt, which is...
Yeah.
It's good how things change over time. How our palates develop.
Well, I mean, we used to hate bourbon. Now,
that is true.
80% of what we drink is bourbon.
I can't get past that nose.
It's got weird, like, burniness that just kind of keeps carrying. Normally, like with ethanol burn, like it hits and it kind of eats off. This kind of just like giving me that numb sensation. You get like waxy, kind of like peak. What is it? Is it pecan? Pecan?
What, the nut?
The nut, yeah. Like waxy.
I think they say pecan, we say who cares?
That, or like Brazil nuts or something like that.
Yeah. Like one of those really waxy kind of things.
Waxy, bitter.
Yeah.
And lots of raisins on the palate. Yeah.
It's a really interesting whiskey, to be honest.
It definitely is. I like it a lot. I think they when they had like an old bottle, and when they stopped chill filtering it, or they stopped doing it, something I don't know. They stopped, like maybe they used to use food dye or something, and then they changed it to fogged over when they got rid of that.
So you can tell.
Yeah, like so people weren't going off like just what the liquid looked like.
Thing,
they wanted it to be like a bit more honest. I don't know. I can't remember the history for it. It was a while ago I read about it.
I prefer fog glass, to be honest.
Oh, me too. Except for when it's like this is hard to tell. Like how much is in it.
You can't tell.
Like you literally cannot tell. It's so like you're like shaking and listening. It's like Octomore. I'm like, it sounds like there's
But that's not even
Whiskey, but I don't know.
That's just a plastic wrap. It's not even glass, is it?
I don't know, it's not plastic wrap. It's like I've got some weird coating, like matte.
The
coating.
anatomy of a whiskey bottle. Really good this.
Spilt it all over myself. It's kind of swinging back around now to back to a higher proof Highland, but without the super high proof.
I mean,
you got the notes of it.
I didn't know it was 46%.
No.
I thought it was like 40.
Yeah.
To be honest, maybe 42.
Yeah. No, I like this. I think the 12 is better than the other one we did, the Stewardie or whatever it's
What
called.
other age?
There's like an 18, which I reckon would be super nice. That would
How
be
much
so
cost
good.
that? How much did that cost? 100 something?
I think that's like 100 or 90 maybe. I can't really remember, but we would like to get to those. If you have any recommendations on any other renditions of the Bunnahabhain line, let us know. We kind of need to cut this one short because we both have to get going to work. So we'll end this one here. If you like this episode of Everything Whiskey, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes from us, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, see you next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.